Hello everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Hillside Farm version 2, or should I say a relook at Hillside Farm. I did a video on this map way back in March, and today an update came out over at FSUK, which is where you can get this particular map, and I took a look at the description, and there was a fair bit changed or added to the map, to the point where I felt that maybe a relook was in order. So let me read a little bit of the description. It says, "Welcome to Hillside Farm version 1.012. This map is set in an English setting in the county of Wiltshire. Very detailed map with added extra foliage, textures, and terrain, as well as extra animals. There's the mud mod, working gates, doors, and lights. There are now 3 working farms on this particular version. The original farm, which has cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens. We have Newlands farm, complete with cows, pigs, working silo, and a silage pit. We have Moonleaze farm with sheep, goats, and a working silo. Map is nearly a third bigger than it was before. There are now 40 fields, and you will be starting with 7 spread out through the map. And field prices are on average around 25,000 per hectare. Let's go ahead and jump on in and take a look at the updates. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the gator for this tour. Take a couple of things out of here that I was just messing with. And let's jump on in. Here we have the advanced animals script. Also have a couple fermentation silos that are going to show up here. And then we have our starting equipment. So the map loads up very quickly. And here we are. Let's go ahead and take a look at the PDA. So here we are. It's about a half, maybe a little over half if you assume that this is a standard 2x square playable area on the map. We have our standard crops on the map, minus sugarcane. And we start out with fields 12, 2, 4, 11, 35, 34, 7. There are a couple meadows scattered around that you'll be able to take advantage of. This map is seasons prepared. It does have a snow mask, so you are going to be all ready to go if you play with seasons, and you will have to worry about hay and straw rotting if it's left out in the rain. Now, we do this video on hard mode, and on hard mode, we still have a fair bit of crops in the silo. And take a look at these prices. There's some pretty high prices for hard mode. In fact, if we scroll over here and see wool, wowzers, nearly $12,000 per 1,000 liters of wool. This is a map where you're going to be quite profitable. We also have some sell points for our wool pellets, or not wool pellets, our straw pellets and hay pellets, as well as a sell point for hay, straw, and grass. 2 sell points for silage, 2 for wood chips, and again 1 for wool. See our starting equipment here. We have a fair bit of starting equipment, and it's all fairly new, low operating hours. Nothing was leased in that list of starting equipment. Just going to go ahead and take out a little bit of a loan here because we have quite the number of animals to try to buy. So, speaking of animals, we start with no animals of any type, but we have available to us goats, pigs, and breeding sheep. Go over to another screen, but let's take a look at what the goats take. So the goats produce wool, which is a thing. I had to look this up. In fact, cashmere is a certain type of wool from a goat. A certain type of goat. So the goats require water, grass, silage or hay, and wheat or barley, with most of their food going towards wheat or barley. Now, it says 50% grass, 25% silage and hay and 50% wheat and barley. So that's not quite right. Not really sure how much real percentages that really breaks out to, but obviously that's not quite right. Pigs, we have our standard pigs that simply reproduce and make manure. Require water, straw, corn as staples, and then wheat, barley, or hay pellets as a food source, canola, sunflowers, or soybeans as a food source, and potatoes or sugar beets source. So in total, there are four different types of crops that you need to prepare pigs. Then we have breeding sheep. And breeding sheep produce wool. They require grass or hay and silage. I should say they require grass and hay and silage. Now down here, interesting enough, it's only 50% grass, 25% hay and silage. Whereas maybe the other 25% is over here. The goats are eating 25% of the sheep's food or something. Then we have regular sheep, breeding cows, and regular cows. So the regular sheep obviously produce wool, and they take water and hay pellets, grass, or hay. Okay, pretty typical sheep. We have breeding cows that produce milk and manure and also reproduce, and they require water, straw, grass, hay or silage, total mixed rations, or power food. So these are your typical cows right here, the breeding cow. 50% grass, 25% base hay or silage, and 25% power food. Then we have regular cows. Regular cows also produce milk and manure. They require water, straw, grass, hay pellets or silage or hay, and power food. So it's very similar to what the breeding cows take, except their mixture is changed up. They need 20% grass, 50% hay or silage or hay pellets, and 30% power food. And then lastly, we have the breeding pigs. Breeding pigs obviously reproduce and do manure. They require water, straw, corn, wheat or barley, or canola, or sunflowers, or soybeans. So any one of those 5 crops can go into here, or any combination of those 5 crops will go in. Potatoes or sugar beets. And then there is a separate column for pig food itself, which is rather interesting. 20% corn, 25% grain, which is wheat or barley or canola or sunflowers or soybeans. 25% root crops, potatoes or sugar beets, and then 50% pig food. Again, we've got a little math challenged here. We've got 20%, 25%, 25%, and 50%. Again, that's 120%. Not sure how that really is going to work out. But at any rate, we have 11 eggs already in our coop, and we have a silo capacity of 500,000 liters. So let's go ahead and start taking a look around. Well, seems like it's been forever since I did one of these. I'm forgetting my format. So let's take a look at the starting equipment. So we start out with 5 tractors that range in horsepower from 110 horsepower all the way up to 400 horsepower. For the Case 1455, the Fendt Vario 300, New Holland T6, the Fendt 700 Vario, and the Massey Ferguson 8700 series. We've got 3 sets of loading arms, one small and 2 big. We've got 3 sets of buckets. We've got a pallet fork, 3 sets of bale spikes. We've got the Lieber telehandler with bucket and log fork. We've got the Case 1660 harvester and the Massey Ferguson 7347 harvester. We have a Rattle Smash Power Stream grain header and a Massey Ferguson grain header. We've got a pair of header trailers. We've got 3 tippers, Farm Tech, AgriLiner, and Crampy. And we have a cultivator and plow, pretty starting basic equipment there. Vanderstand Rapid A600S seeder. Got a silage or a liquid manure spreader. silage or newer spreader. Front weight, we've got a side mower, header, windrower, and pickup wagon. And we've got a round baler. We've got a round baler on a map that is Hillside Farm. Just sounds like trouble. At any rate, we got a rodeo pickup, water trailer, power washer, and we have the placeable wood chipper. You don't see this too often on the map. Have to be sure that we can find that particular item. Let's go ahead and go to the shop and pick up our round in it. And let's see where it spawned. Shop. Let's go ahead and hit reset. What happens to it? And it resets back at the shop. So we're going to look around here at the main farm here, and then we're going to jump into the gator and start exploring. So here's our spawn point, and our chickens are directly ahead over here, right? And you can see are already dropping their eggs all the way around here outside. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like they are too apt to drop their eggs in the middle of the farmyard. I think we can. So, got some general storage in here, and I like this, the decorations we've got going here. We got some drywall, not some drywall, some particle board, fleck board, MDF, whatever you want to call it. I like this area because we go up these steps, which are open, and then we get up here to a loft, and then the loft is kind of open. Gotta be careful that chairs. I want to get the chairs so that we. Dangerous to have these chairs up. There's gaps in the floor. You're right. All the nice kinds of stuff up here, and I just always like stuff that you can kind of see through. Has that nice effect. Anyway, stairs. Massey Ferguson harvester with grain header. Killer. Full point. And if we go this way, got some more of our equipment over here. Go around the corner here. We're going down to our pigs. What I don't know is if these are their pigs or if these are our breeding pigs. Really wish these hot spots would tell you. This hotspot just says pig enclosure. And this hotspot over pig. This hotspot right here just says pig enclosure. So I really don't know which pigs are which. I wish they were marked. Because obviously different pigs take different things. And without just trial and error, you really don't know which pig is which. Up here. And inside here we have the water trough and our food trough for our pigs. See kind of where this map gets its name from. With respect to the slope that we got. Nice brown texture here to dirt. It's a nice contrast to this dirt. Goodies. Here we go. We've got 1.37 hectares, $42,000. We do have missions on the map. And around the corner here, we have the newer tile. There you can see the mud. Slurry. Let's run on back over here and head over to the cow area at the starting farm. Again, I don't know if these are breeding cows or regular cows. Just know that flagged as cows. First off, we have around the side here, we have the slurry for our cows at this farm, and we have what I believe here a point for our cows around here, and head down the hill. We have a silage bunker for compacting silage for our cows. Now do note we've got some mud up here, a little treacherous on the hill. Fill point for seed and fertilizer there. The spreader is dirty. So we don't have the stop milk sale in here on the map, but obviously if you wanted to do milk pickup, this would be a great spot to do that. Inside the cow pen, we have our water trough and our feed trough. And the straw trigger is silage feed trough. And then I'm suspecting that our straw trigger is straw. Nice building to either store equipment, or you can put bales in here, or whatever you really want. Some seed. So the other fill point over there is fertilizer. And then here we have a silo. Silo dump. I'm going to go over here and grab a tractor. A little curious as to if this is our farm silo or if this is a fermenter. I think there was a trailer around here somewhere. Yeah, there's a trailer here. You can see the mud coming up here. Slurry spreader. So this is our main farm silo where we have our crops: wheat, barley, canola, sunflowers, soybeans, corn, water. There you go. Really sure about water. At any rate, seen that come up sometimes maps where for some reason the silo trigger is indicating that you put water in. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump down to the shop, get in our gator, and start looking around. To say something. Not sure what that's supposed to be. Than just a spattering of color. Fades off too soon. we're up here. Let's go ahead and take flight and just look over the map a little bit. Actually, don't go up here with this, but take a look at these hills. Definitely, this is going to be a challenge of a map with something like MR enabled. This field just falls away. All right, let's go ahead and jump on over here to the shop.
Howdy, partner.
Rounded. All right, so here we are at the shop. Like we've got some potential shoppers walking around. We've got a big old Fent. Other equipment in here. Nicely decorated shop area. Back here we've got all kinds of stuff. This is going to be to customize and trade things in. Repair things. Safety warnings. So our gator should be around front here. There it is. I won't be able to see too terrible much from this point. And what we'll do is let's go ahead and go south and go across the bridge, across the river. Looks like there's only one main river crossing, and explore the southern area there. And then we'll come back up and make our way around the map in a clockwise direction, ending over there around field 29. So, let's go on up here. And let me see. Do I have traffic? I may have turned traffic off. I got. So we'll see if there is traffic or not on the map. I forget from March as to if there was or wasn't. Oh, and lo and behold, there is indeed. Hey! There is indeed traffic on the map. Go ahead and make our way down this steep bank. Some animated, at least one animated horse there. This little area off this cliff. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna fall off that cliff. Alright. Cab so we can see where we're going here. Down. I do recall this map, and I recall liking it a lot. It's definitely on one of those eventually would love to be able to play maps. If there was more time in the day than there is now. Everything. Plus this bridge. Or underneath of it. Just came down. Sites. Let's go in. Make our way down here to the pig farm. I believe it's right here to our right and our left. Cows over here. On in here. Here are the other pigs. So we've got liquid fertilizer or liquid slurry and manure right here. And then to get into the pig pen itself, we're going to need to run down this access road. Should be a gate here off to the right. Let's click on that and it'll open up. And then within the pen here we have our food trough and our water trough. Pigs. Now what I failed to locate at the other two locations, I failed to buy the pigs. Let's just buy them. Let's jump back up here and make this. It's good. Let's see if pigs here at this pen. So we have pigs. And then we have these cows. Be over here. Cows. Round. Right, let's go ahead and jump back down. Let's check out this field here, 31. Check out its field pricing. Uh, 3.27 hectares, $84,000. Fairly large field. Let's go across the street here to the other cow area. So here we have breeding cows. So at least now we know where the breeding cows are coming. And the breeding cows are pretty darn cheap, $2,000 a piece. Silage trough in here for our breeding cows. Got the water trough and grass trough also over. And then we just around, we got some storage going on. And for the Slurry Point, sold cultivator or something in there. Kind of like this rundown barn, no roof, trees growing up in it. There. Buildings. It's across the street. Did check. We do not have the graze mod installed. Well, I don't know how you would incorporate it with extra animals. That would be a bit more difficult or not. Got the Slurry Point. And the manure point is where that. Got a secondary silo over here. That's the way this works is you walk up to these, right click to activate and open the doors. Pipe swings out. This stores barley, canola, wheat, corn, maize, and soybeans, your standard base crops. Oh, we got a dog over here too. 32 is 7.62 hectares, $203,000. So definitely one of the bigger fields. silage bunker here with, look at that big old light there in the back. To get plenty of light acting at night. Got our other harvester down here with the power stream and our New Holland tractor. And like I said, I really don't know where the manure pile is, but if you do this map, you'll definitely figure it out, I'm sure. This farm. Head on up the road here. You own field 37, this little field over here to the left. Also own grass field 35 coming up here on the right. Looks like there's a bit of a bridge. Get into that field there. And here on the flat area by the river. I always like these roads where they've got the trees lining them and you got the shade of the tree coming across. Road closed. Dead end over there. So over here we have our, I think these are our sheep, and our goats are across the street. Okay. Here we have a sheep pen. Water trough and our grass trough are in here. And here we have breeding sheep. And here have a pallet mover. This is where I guess our wool for the breeding sheeps spawn. And if we've got a pallet mover, does that mean that our breeding sheep produce wool at a faster clip than our regular sheep? No, haven't tried it out. I encourage you to go check it out and see. Road's closed. Where did you come from? What? Boundary there. And road lights blinking. Let's go check that out. Alright, so over here we have our goats. Goat pen. And let's buy some goats and just see what the... Oh, look at those. Cool little goats. They don't look like they got any wool. They've already been shaved. Sweet. Let's have the freak eyes like it. I don't like looking at goats. It's freak me. They're not. Here we've got our water trough and our grass trough for our goats. A little bit of building storage over here. Greenhouse going on. Water tank. Got our 1455 over here. Got another one of these farm tech silos over here for the goats. Click to open it up. Whatever is in this silo will not show in your prices menu. Turn it on here, you'll see on display. See what is stored there. fertilizer fill points. Sliding. All right. And here we've got our pickup. Put down here. Farm tech trailer. Got stuff scattered all over. Alright, let's move on across the other side of this bottom part of the map. And just check things out. Hey guys, let me know what you think of this map. Did you play the, did you try the first version of Hillside Farm? And if you have, are you going to maybe come back to it with the changes and the enhancements to this particular version? Right. Let's turn on in here to this particular. Saw what looked like a fermenting silo. Oh, this is actually, this appears to be a biodiesel plant. Bring in canola, and we make fuel, digestate, and forage. Where our digestate comes out. Fuel, our bio oil. There, and then our forage comes out of here. Dump our. Pretty cool. Here we sell fuel right around the corner. Ready? Come on down here to the. If we have a fuel station down here or what? Cornbrook Hamlet. Drive careful. And turn on here. So So we didn't go down far enough. Here is where we come to sell our fuel. We can get fuel, interestingly enough, and we can sell fuel. Fuel unloading. Alright. Hop back in our gator and mosey back across the river. Go, Phil. Check this one out. 15.64 hectares, $500,000. Gold field 39. This thing. Oh, look at that. We got a little treat back here. We not only have some animated horses in this horse yard, got a massive area here for placeables. Nearly missed this. This yard. Huge placeable area down here. Put in whatever on earth you might want. Yard for rent. Go. All right. On back down and that's an interesting little bus stop. I guess that's what that area is. Turn down. Checking out some of these elevations. This field here, you got to go down that line. Down into that one. That's a pretty interesting field. Way back across the bridge. And we'll climb up the hill here. Like the forest there with the combination of the rock and the forest floor, whatnot. Here on the left, that was where we had that forest area. Sharp turn there. We got signs showing that we've got a sharp turn coming up. That was pretty neat. Oh my. So this whole map has wonderful views, wonderful sight lines all over. Up there. And we're coming up here to a sell point. Brook Bakery, 100 years of family bakers. And here we've got our tip point. We've got a back on in to the tip point here. One of the bakers, I guess, right there. Brook Bakery. Fuel point. Going on here. Oh. And then we've got a farmyard here, which looks to also be the animal buy point. The delay to getting this gate open. Here we can buy manure, or buy manure. Sorry, this is where we can sell our manure. Doggy. Hay, straw, and grass sell point. We have our egg sell point. Storage, should we so wish. And the animal dealer is just around the animated horses. It's the animal. Butcher's cattle market. Got a little breakfast cart set up to feed all the farmers and such that are coming over here to the cow market, animal market, animal loading right here. And this is where you can buy your pigs, your sheep, your cows, breeding pigs, your breeding sheep, your breeding cows, and your goats. You can get them all from here. $4,000, $2,000, $1,000 for breeding sheep. $1,500 for breeding pigs. Deals. Steals of deals. All right, let's. Kind of neat. It's not just set up to buy animals. You kind of got other animal care goods here. The shop that's set up to buy. Pretty cool. Shell station. And then we have our Chaffers Silage Company. Cool. We've got our BGA operation. It's got one big silage bunker here. I feel like I'm short. Shorter than everybody else. Balls are just 8 there. And our Silage King right here. It is both set up to what? Tip in the ground and tip in the ground, and it looks like we could dump up top here maybe. Wonder if that means that this is set up to allow trailers to tip in. Won't really know unless you try. That is an option that you could set in the XML. On up this way. Grass pasture that I think you could probably cut. Name on it, number. Do you remember liking the forests on this map? The way they are laid out. Elevation changes in there and all of that. So it's time. Got some general animated sheep over here at this area, and this is our wool sell point. In here to sell our wool. Pretty cool how the sell point is set up with kind of some wool, some sheep, just grazing around and what. This house here. And we've got another sell point. Or it looks like we tip individual crops into individual areas. Wheat, maybe barley, that's a clear corn. And that must be canola. It's like triggers at each one of those. Massive trigger. So we don't have to tip individual crops into the individual areas. It's one massive trigger, so tipping it anywhere here accepted by anything. This way. Going around, and we've got just a couple more sell points, and we need to go figure out what that dot is down by field. Ice cream stand here, pretty cool. Across there. It's got a nice across that. Yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this map. I think it's really nice. Oh, here we go. Remember this from the first version of the map. Get to this particular area. You gotta go across the bridge, which goes across the road. Got some animated cows over here to our left. Coming down here to another sell point. Really good to get down in here, and then there's his dump point for this sell point. Oh. Here's one of those forested areas behind this particular sell point. So, said I wasn't going to go through there, but road right here. Just drive through here a little bit. We're not going to go the forest floor foliage for that. That's pretty cool looking. Really nice setup, I think. Woodland Farm. It's that sell point, no doubt. And there's no doubt that down here we have the Sawmill. Jack's timber. Remembering this from the first map. Gotta come down here with a big trailer load of logs. Look, got this cutback here. Not to mention the 2 cutbacks and to get off the main road. It's kind of the road into this whole area. Lots of mud through here. Just asking to get yourself stuck for sure. Log sell point right here. Logs, timber purchased there. Buy your stuff. And I bet the wood chips are over here. Indeed they are. Set up boards. If there's a board factory, I don't think we saw a board factory, did we? Wood chips. Around here. Looks like we met a broken crane. It's our mill pond, maybe? Alright, let's see if we can't figure out how to get to this field. Looks like we can do it from across the road here. Yep. Way up. Double back. This way. Okay. All right. And here we have our telehandler and the placeable wood chipper. Anything you put into this will just be ground up into wood chips and instantly sold as if it was sold down at the sawmill down there. But here you have it, guys. You have Hillside Farm version 2 over at FSUK. Let me know in the comments what you think of the map itself. And feel free to go on over there and download the map and also give it a rating. FSUK will allow you to rate the map, but you have to be on the download page. Do that. So until next time, guys, happy farming.